You know, you're at these conferences, you got to stay in shape somehow.
We try.
What's usually your go-to? Like, we're gonna hit bench right now, but what's usually your go-to in a smaller, like more simplified hotel gym? What does that look like?
So I'm pretty fortunate, man. I, you know, when it comes to the fitness, I stepped it up just a little bit. I got a personal trainer.
Okay.
Because, well, you know, you get into this stuff, you know, a lot of people want to get involved with fitness, right?
Yep.
And as soon as you start traveling, you're on the road, you realize you struggle.
Yep.
You know, without the plan, without you knowing what to do. So I ended up getting a coach. And the coach does a great job of interacting with me each week. I've got my workouts dialed up when I'm at the home gym. But when I'm on the road, I just, hey coach, I'm on the road.
Yeah.
I usually kind of come in, do a little scan of the gym that I got, who make the adjustment for me.
Yeah.
You know, which is very helpful.
Yeah,
you know, just planning and preparation.
Yeah. Okay. What's the value in having a physically fit base so you can be mentally strong at events like this?
I'll tell you what, man. If you go back a few years ago, I was not necessarily physically fit.
Uh-oh.
I would say I was kind of in shape,
Yeah.
you know. And then, you know, when you're a high performer, like, you got to be a high performer in public works.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're running the company or you're
Yep.
in it every day on the grind, out there doing the work, right?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure that my body was kind of matching my high performance brain,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially in leadership, that's the other side of it, right? When you're out there leading,
Yeah.
it's one thing to be saying all these things and motivation and dedication. I just want to make sure the body was trying to match, you know, the messaging that I was saying. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. All right, so you're on the road a lot. It's hard to get a home-cooked meal on the road. What do you normally do for diet when you're at conferences? You could be up till 2 a.m. boozing it up,
Man.
eating junk. So how do you keep
Like
that
like
diet
last
clean?
night,
Yeah.
man? No. It's a great question. I mean, you can talk. I mean, I got one of my partners is actually filming for us today, right? We were out last night. You know, you kind of keep it simple. You know, I keep it very simple. We had a great steak last night.
Okay.
Steak was so good, we said, hey, let's double up and split another one. You know, for
meat
us,
eater, yeah.
like eating on the road, it's not really just about all the calories and the consumption. That's important, but honestly, I stick to the macros to the best of my ability, and I know that if I can come in and get as much protein as I can in a day, I'm gonna be successful. Whether I'm having 3 glasses of wine like last night, you know, slamming on some French fries a little bit, you know, just kind of keeping it minimal.
Yeah.
Like we had some fries last night, but I had about 7 or 8 French fries, not 7 or 8 ounces of French fries, right? And then I always try to hit like a little, you know, there's always a 7-Eleven or a CVS. Grab some protein drinks, you know, grab some protein bars, stick those in the bag. Airports, same thing. You can find all those things. You know, hard-boiled eggs. You know, grilled chicken. And that stuff's actually at the airport. Beef jerky. You know, things like that. And then I'm gonna grab some Sour Patch Kids. I'm gonna grab some, you know, some sweet tarts, the sweet tart ropes and things like that here and there. But kind of set yourself up for success. And then have the snack. You know, you're on the road. You're with your partner. Say, hey guys, that's my last glass of wine. I'm done. I got to work out with Joseph in the morning. So
6:30.
For sure.
Well, yeah, man. Thanks for shredding with me, man. Showing me a little bit of your workout, your diet.
It's been a blast.
Because again, I'm a big believer in physical health. It helps out with the mental health.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you, man.
Sure, man.
Thanks for all that you do.
Looking forward to seeing you.
All right, take care, bud.
You know, although I may look like I'm in my teens and 20s still, I'm coming up on my mid-40s. And so what really got me started and back active in fitness is my doctor. My doctor, I went for my annual physical, annual checkup, which our organization at the City of Houston and quite a few organizations now have partnered up with insurance agencies. And they say, hey, health is wealth. So if you guys can receive a discount annually, if your health stays a certain level. And so my doctor went a step further, said, forget about the discount, Verdis, but if you don't lose some pounds, work on your cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and your BP, your blood pressure, it's inevitable. We're gonna prescribe medication for you.
Oh, wow.
And matter of fact, she says the pharmacy downstairs already has your prescription ready. Go ahead and grab your prescription. And I said, wait a minute. She says, you're coming up on the pre-diabetic. I said, well, am I diabetic or am I coming up on it? That's 2 different things. And so she says, it's inevitable. About this time next year, you'll already be a diabetic. I say, well, not yet. let me start working out, and I'll see you in 6 months.
Yeah.
Came back in 6 months, and she said my levels have been going up for the last 10 years.
Wow.
And in 6 months, it dropped down like over 12 years ago. And so it went down tremendously.
Yeah.
So no meds for me as of right now.
Yeah.
And so that's one reason.
So what was the second part or part two of why you got back on your fitness journey?
Absolutely. So me sitting down with my doctor again. And
These pesky doctors.
I know. I wish I could say it was just all internal and I just did it on my own because I wanted to just improve.
Yeah.
But some guys, some men and women are kind of pushed by the medical piece of it.
Yeah.
And so she says, Mr. Wilson, she wanted to know my family history because my doctor had recently retired, and so I was selected a new physician. And so she said, Mr. Wilson, tell me so a little bit of your family history about the males in your family.
Yeah.
So your dad, is he still living? I said, no, he died. She said, how did he die? I said, complications from a stroke. She said, well, what age? I said, mid-60s.
Wow.
She says, you know anything why the stroke? I said, oh, he had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, gout, you name it.
Yeah.
He had it.
Yeah.
He ate whatever foods and never went to the doctor.
Yeah.
Never went to the physician. And so she said, what about his dad? Did you know your grandfather any?
Yeah.
I said, he died in his mid-60s as well with a stroke. And I went down the same list again. She said, well, Mr. Wilson, what are you going to do?
Yeah. That's how most of us get there. They ask us what our parents have, what's in the blood, what's in the family, and that what kind of kickstarts us into going, let me try something, let me do something about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let me get a set in.
Indeed.
Yeah. You're at City of Houston. It's hot, it's humid out there. What do you say to those who are out in the elements? They're in the 100-degree heat. How can they stay, hydrated, electrolyted up to where they're functional out there?
Absolutely. So our organization offers plenty of fluids and hydration for the men and women. Yeah. And that's part of their pre-trips before they get started every morning.
Okay.
Is to make sure that they have, of course, their PPE, all the equipment, tools, supplies that they need. But then also part of that PPE, I would say, is the Gatorades and the different other aids now that comes. And then there's like good old H2O and water as well. So on ice, coolers, all that's provided to the men and women who roll up their sleeves every day and put 8 to 10 to 12 hours or more to work for service for all those who live and breathe off of those resources.
Yeah. All right, so fire, PD, public works. Everybody talks about fire and PD, but public works is just as physically demanding. Talk to people why public works doesn't get that same kind of love and how we can change that stigma.
Indeed. And so public works gets the same love and change the stigma. Well, I think it's just traditionally, usually those in service don't get looked at as the superheroes. Yeah. That's where if your barber cuts your hair, you're the one being serviced, and so you're more of the star player.
That's a good point.
In athletics, the person that brings the water and the Gatorade, or the person that helps wipe the floors when the players fall and sweat, they really don't get the attention. And so, how to change that stigma? More media. Now the world's all social, and so Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all YouTube. Our organization has all those channels and more in our communications team. And so comms team, communications teams really make sure that the word gets out. And then executive leadership, C-suite, executive suite as well, all the way up to our mayor. Current mayor and past mayors have Public Works Week every year, and recognize the public works and municipal employees.
Gotcha.
And so recognition, eccentric and intrinsic, for sure. Having that media out there.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Mental health, physical health. Talk to me how when you got back on your fitness journey, how it's made you maybe a little bit sharper in the workplace, how you made better decisions, been a little more present, whether it's at home or at work, because your physical body is coming back together?
Oh man, I sleep better. I sleep better.
Yeah.
I wake up earlier.
Okay.
Me and the wife even go out now, and we walk.
Yeah.
And so it's really helped out tremendously.
Okay.
You know, I breathe better. And like I was saying earlier, when I went back to the doctor, my numbers were better. And you know what? The city of Houston, we had a massive flood. We have floods every so many years.
I feel like it's every year.
Absolutely, but it's not. Yeah, knock on glass or wood or whatever the saying goes.
Yeah.
But I don't know, last 5 years, 10 years or so was a massive one, and it flooded out some basement level floors in some of our buildings. And so instead of just rebuilding the floors, because we had to rebuild anyway, rebuilding the floors back exactly how they were, the great minds over there at the city had the opportunity, saw it as an opportunity to be innovative and said, don't just build back, but improve.
Yeah.
And so they actually built a gym in one of the facilities in the basement of City Hall. And it's open to not just public works employees, but all employees of the city of Houston. Fire, police, parks, airport, etc. And so that really, really is an incentive. Lunch break, after work, before work.
Yeah.
You can definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah. Well, Verdis, thanks for working out with me, man. Thanks for sharing your story behind the fitness.
My man, Mr. Public Works himself.
Looking forward to seeing you in the future, man. Looking forward to seeing where your career goes in the industry.
Indeed.
And yeah, man, hopefully we can get another workout in sometime in the future.
Yeah, let's do it for part 2.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
For sure. All right.
Indeed.